So today on Straight Talk, I have two industry professionals with us, and we're going to talk about how they've handled challenges during this pandemic. So we have RJ Patel and Gosia Baran. Why don't you two, welcome to the show. Why don't you two tell us a little bit about yourself, your company, and where you're at? RJ, you start.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for having us. I'm RJ Patel. I'm located in Kennesaw, Georgia. I'm right outside of Atlanta. My company is PCT Clean.
Well, welcome. And how about you, Gosia?
Hello, everyone. I am Gosia Baran. I am with Helping Hands Cleaning Services, and we are located in the suburbs of Chicago.
Well, good to talk to you both. Now, the reason why we're getting together for a few minutes today is because you both have collaborated. You both have residential cleaning companies, and once this pandemic hit, this affected you both, and you thought about a way to get through this and to actually grow your business and to have that entrepreneurial spirit. So I know you've told me a little bit about what you're doing, but why don't you tell our audience your experience and what you've done together? And Gosia, you want to start?
Sure. So I own a residential cleaning company here. Prior to the COVID, we've had about 600 repeat clients, residential clients who've been going with us on a weekly or every other week basis. And as soon as COVID hit, the shutdown here in Chicago started back in March 20th. In that 1 week, we had 538 clients that put us on hold. So at that moment, I had to reinvent my company, evolve to completely something different in order to keep my employees working. Back then in March, we had no idea what was going to happen. Nobody was talking about, we didn't know about PPP money. We didn't know about any funds that we would be eligible from the government. So I had to totally revamp my company, and in order to survive and to stay open and keep my employees working, we decided to go for commercial cleaning. We got certified with GBAC. It was important for me to learn how to do this properly. And we have purchased, I was lucky I had a few machines that we were able to do fogging. With the knowledge from GBAC, from the certification, from and a bunch of other classes that I took, I was able to really pick up a new jobs, commercial jobs, disinfecting, and we were able to keep our employees working the whole time.
So if I'm following you here, you had basically the vast majority of your clients say, we're done for a while, and you were in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Okay. RJ, how about you? What did you do to cope? What have you done? I know
Very
you two have
similar.
worked together as well.
Yes, very similar to Gosia. But one of the differences here in Atlanta was our state was one of the first to actually begin the reopening process. So our numbers weren't as low, but our revenue certainly took a plunge. And so we decided, I was actually in Chicago. Gosia's daughter, she was kind enough to invite my wife and I up there for a debutante event that the Polish community hosts on an annual basis. And while we were there, I sarcastically said to her, and let me back up a little bit. In ARCSI, there are some incredible business owners. Now, ARCSI, 65% of our membership is women-owned. And there are some phenomenal women doing business in ARCSI. And there's a handful of them that I absolutely sit back and admire and adore. She happens to be one of them. And so our friendship actually started back in 2012 when we first met at the ISSA conventions. And over the years, we've gotten to know each other. I've gone there to Chicago. She's come here to Atlanta. And the last time I was there, just before all this shutdown, I just happened to put the words out there to her. I said, Gosia, with your looks and my brains, we could really combine this effort and do something of value. And we kind of left it. You know, you say it, ha, 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 you leave it. And then an opportunity fell into our lap. And having said that, I thought of her, so I picked up the phone and I said, here's an opportunity, Gosia. A company came to us and they have national accounts, and they said, we want to do all this flooring that we do, but we need a company, a professional company to come in and clean after us and provide COVID cleaning. Well, we both just got our GBAC certification. We knew how to do this. We have all the tool and the equipment, and we decided it's a good idea. So collectively, we came up with PCT Disinfecting. That is the name of our new company. And with it, we're doing a lot of disinfecting. We're establishing ourselves here as the go-to people. We just cleaned our Chamber of Commerce building. It's about 11,000 square feet. So they could begin coming back to work. Mm-hmm. So we're doing a lot of it. And I think I'm going to let Gosia touch on, without names, unfortunately for now, the biggest single contract that we've landed ever, but for PCT Disinfecting, this morning, Jeff, about an hour ago.
All right, let's hear her tell us. Gosia, tell us the details without mentioning names.
So that's right. Unfortunately, for confidentiality, we are doing a office building in Chicago, 275,000 square feet office, and that is for now PCT Disinfecting, the biggest size-wise contract that we just landed, and it's going to be a reoccurring. So we are very, very excited about that.
Congratulations to both of you. You know, without diversification and thinking about other things we can do, tell me this, where would you be now without this collaboration? The brains and the good looks, like you mentioned, RJ. Which we know you're joking, but you're both smart.
You know, I really think we would be either scratching our heads in a state of depression or not knowing what direction to go in, because you know, there's a lot of people on the residential side. If the kids are home, if both parents who were working outside of the home are now, their companies are closed, so everybody's home, they don't want us to be in their home.
Makes sense.
And there are still many, many people that feel that way, even though some of the, you know, bans have been lifted. But with this cyclical numbers up and down, people aren't sure. So if we had solely depended on that and not been diversified and not diversify into PCT Disinfecting, I think we would be in a bunch of hurt.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like you both have come up with a nice solution that others might be able to look at and imitate as well, because things are not the same as they used to be. Yeah. So right. Anything else to add? Sure. Any tips you might add or advice to the industry? Gosia, do you have something?
Just bottom line, we are here to help others. We are frontline people. Without us, without us doing this hard work, you know, we are here we can't move on. We cannot put end to this virus. Our goal is to work hard and, you know, break the chain of the infection, of the infectious disease. I would say don't be afraid. Just, you know, I did have many hesitations. Many times I said to myself, do I really want to do this? Do I want to put my people at risk? But we do have, if you have proper PPE and you have the equipment, you do have tools, go for it. Just don't be afraid.
You know, and I agree with Gosia. And a couple of things I want to add is, in our individual companies, Helping Hands and PCT, our goal was always to provide the promised level of service to our clients. So we always wanted to make sure we didn't just clean for the appearance part of it, but also for the health part of it. So we already were using the right tools, the products, the solutions to do that. We have that same intention over here on this side with more technology, with better equipment. And one thing I would encourage people to do is educate yourself, learn, watch a lot of videos on YouTube, read the articles that come out of ISSA. Very informative.
Well, that's my department, so thank you for saying that.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank
Thanks
you
for
both.
sending us the articles.
Yeah. Well, you've written for us many times in the past as well, and anything you have in the future to say, send it my way. But thank you both for your time today, and keep up the good work and go kill some bugs.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.